Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys are not in the free Discord, go join it. It is the first link down below. Welcome back to episode 4, I think, of the Trading Den V2. I have made 3 videos today. This one, as I said in the last one, if you guys haven't watched them, go back through and watch those. I said in the last one we will be going over SMT Divergence, and that is what we are going to be doing. So what is SMT Divergence? SMT, smart money tool, smart money technique, whatever you want to call it, is a cracking correlation between two correlating assets. So for me, obviously I trade ES and NQ, so we will be using these two as our guide, right? And if you trade gold, you can use silver. If you trade oil, you can use natural gas, whatever you want to do. So right here we have two correlating assets, right? Correlating means they move in sync. So whenever we have a high up here, right, same high on the NQs right here, and ES takes that high but NQ does not, that is a crack in correlation, meaning that it is a bearish SMT, right? So we form a bearish SMT at these highs, right? NQ does not take it. So where do we go? Sell side liquidity, right? So let's say these were inversed, right? So if we have a low on the ES, and let's say ES does not take it, and we have a low on the NQ, and let's say the NQ does take it, we have a crack in correlation. We have a bullish SMT, right? So we have an SMT at the lows. So right there, we have an SMT at the lows, so we go purge buy side. So it's a very simple concept, and it is one of the most important concepts that I use, right? It is one of the most important concepts that I use. So SMT, we're going to hop into the charts and I am going to show you guys what this is. So right here we have dual charts beside each other, and we have ES to the left of us and we have NQ on the right of us. So we actually had a lot of SMTs going on recently. So we're on the 1 hour chart, and if we just take a look at Friday's price action, what do we see here, right? Right here. We have an SMT at the lows, right? ES takes them, but NQ does not take them. So what does that mean? A crack in correlation. So where do we go? Buy side liquidity. Once again, I'm going to say this again, I called out NQ down here to high of day because of this SMT in the lower time frame structure, right? So we have a bullish SMT at the lows, so we go purge buy side liquidity, right? So one thing you have to understand with using SMT is you always have to understand the draw on liquidity, right? So you can't just be free balling SMTs, because there sometimes is a lot of them, right? On the lower time frames especially. So what holds higher value? Higher time frame SMTs. So this one will hold higher correlation to go purge buy side than if we just purge a high on the lower time frame and think that we're going lower, right? You always have to have the higher time frame context in your mind. So what happens right here at these highs? Bearish SMT, right? NQ does not take them, but ES, however, does take them. So where do we go? Sell side liquidity, right? So we form an SMT up here and we go purge sell side liquidity. Very simple concept, right? Once again, what happens at this high up here? Bearish SMT. So we have a bearish SMT with the ES and NQ. Where do we go? We rotate to sell side liquidity, right? SMT, rotate back to sell side. So let's go to the daily, because what made this high up here, right? This high right here, a bearish SMT, right? So right here, ES was taking it, NQ was not taking it. Rotate super low, right? And if we go to the lower time frame, the 4 hour, it becomes much more clear, right? So right here, SMT, where's that same high on ES? Right here, right? And we actually form it right here as well. So what do? We rotate back into this fair value gap, right? So if we want to go down to the 1 hour actually, what does that fair value gap become? Sell side, right? Form an SMT, go to sell side. Form an SMT. We create equal lows actually. Oh, wait. No, we actually do purge it. So what do? Create that SMT, go purge sell side liquidity, right? So you guys see this is pretty simple concept to understand, right? Let's go to this day, because I bet there was an SMT on the lower time frames to send us lower. There is. So what happens here? ES has these highs. ES was taking these highs. So what do we have on the lower time frame? Right here is the same high on the NQ. We have an SMT, right? SMT at this high to send us way lower, right? And this is where the lower time frame SMTs are going to hold more power, because we already purged all these highs. There's not really anywhere higher for us to go. So right there, another example, right? And if we want to look right here, what happens at these lows? A bullish SMT, right? Here's the same lows on the ES. We have an SMT, right? Purge these lows. NQ does not purge these lows. What happens? Let's go to the 1 hour. We go purge buy side liquidity, right? So what happens here? We actually form an SMT at these highs. So what happens? We form that SMT. We slowly come down. We form that higher time frame SMT. NQ does not take this low right here, right? ES takes this low. So we have this SMT, right? So we had this SMT earlier to send us to buy side, form an SMT up here. ES comes down, forms another SMT at this low here. So where do we go? Buy side. And then we go up here to purge this buy side, right? And then look, they come within correlation with each other, right? We purge the buy side, we purge the buy side. That's whenever higher time frame SMTs start to get ran through, right? So this is a very easy concept to understand. Like right here, what happens at these lows? ES takes them, NQ does not take them, right? Right here. So where do we go? Buy side liquidity, right? And this is New York session right here. We go up, purge buy side. No SMT at these highs. Okay, let's do this. Remember when I was talking about, if you haven't watched the candles as ranges, go watch that video, because this is where I'm going to explain to you guys how to use both of these concepts intertwined, right? So right here we have what? A clear range, right? We have a clear range. Both sides are being wicked. Right here is that range. What happens? ES takes the candle range high. SMT. Boom. What happens right here? Look at the high on the, wait. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, excuse that. But right there, you see we form an SMT at the candle ranges high, rotate back down to the candle ranges low. Form an SMT down there, we chop out, just because, this was a big expansion. What do we do after large expansions? Consolidate, accumulate, go down lower. What do we do right here? Right here. Let's go down to 5 minute. What do we do right here? We form a lower time frame SMT at this low, right? This is where reversals come into play. Form a lower time frame SMT right here. Look, ES does not take that low. We rotate back up and take buy side liquidity, right? So we're using that lower time frame SMT to frame a reversal trade. So let's go look for another candle range. Right here. Another one that I said in the video, using this candle as our range. Right here is that same candle on the ES, SMT. Go down to the 15-minute. Form an SMT at that low. Frame a reversal to go take the candle ranges high. Okay? So, are you guys starting to see and understand how I'm using candle ranges and SMT to see if we can use it as a reversal trade? Let's see. What other candles are there? That's a big wick. Oh wait, I'm in replay. Oops. Right here. Using this candle as our range because we closed below that low. What happens? SMT at the low. Right? What do we expect? Buy side. Right? Go down to the 5-minute. Take a look. You can see clearly we are just in this range. Right? Form an SMT down here at this low. Boom. Look right here. We form an SMT with the ES, right? ES creates equal lows, doesn't need to take them anymore. Rotate up, take this buy side, so this is where your lower time frame, 1 minute, even 30-second entry will come into play, right in here. Go take this buy side, and then we rotate almost, but we create equal highs to that candle range high, right? So, are you guys starting to see how this all starts to come into play? 6 hour, can we find one more example? Doesn't take that low. Can we find one more example quick? Come on, man. I can't go too far back because I'm on okay, right here. What happens right here? Right, we close above this high. So we're using this as our range. Right? ES purges it. ES purges the high. SMT. SMT. Oops. Where do we go? Sell side liquidity, right? We rotate back down to sell side liquidity. So this is how you use SMT, right? And here at the end, I showed you how you can use the candle ranges and the SMT intertwined together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. SMT is a very simple concept, but it is a huge, powerful concept that you can frame reversals from and find entries from. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Join the free Discord if you are not in it, and I will see you in another one. Peace.